Alrighty, welcome back to game 3. This time around, we have a change in casters again. Alongside me, well, first of all, I'm Angelic Poro. Alongside me, I have Aderant Luna.
Hey everybody, I'm back. How's it going, Poro?
I'm doing pretty alright here now. The one thing I do want to discuss this time around is will 100 Weebs change the way they play this game? Will they change their game plan?
That's a very good question. I mean, after seeing that last game, I'm curious as to whether or not they're actually going to go for a different team comp or if they're just gonna switch up their bands. I
Right?
mean, they let Bubble Lift onto MF 2 times in a row, and their bot lane got ahead twice in a row really early.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if focusing Zara was too smart of a decision also. They they could have just been using those bans for something else like Misfortune and Nautilus. But we see this time around they banned Misfortune and Maokai. As for MG Blaze, they banned Ornn, Silas, and Rakan, and they will pick up Leona for themselves.
All right, so since MG Blaze stole the Leona away, I'm curious as to what Hunter Weep's going to answer with.
Right? You really think that he's gonna pick a Nautilus? Just pick it
I
against it?
I hope not. I hope not.
I
Because
I kind of
normally Nautilus doesn't win that.
I kind of want to
Traditionally,
see if he breaks his own advice.
it'll definitely be interesting. And okay, little bit of cheeky picks from MG Blaze hovering that Draven, being like, "Oh, you see your game one picks? Now we're gonna play them," but instead going for the Jacks.
Right, and they are playing like 100 weeks this time around, so they're probably gonna play how they did in round robins.
It's
Sure,
very possible.
yeah, it's very possible, and they will pick the Rumble away from Puffin, so further making Puffin's champion pool even smaller. And Ajax, I don't know about this top lane though. This top lane seems pretty poppy poppy sided, that I would have to say.
Hmm.
And it
See,
looks like
I'm really curious as to how this is going to go because right now they have the Malphite locked in and they have a Poppy. So the question
probably
is
Malphite.
that Poppy top or is it Poppy jungle? Because that is a thing that people do occasionally. Or is it going to be Malphite top or Malphite support?
Or mid lane. Something to think
Ah,
about. Because he does have that passive to negate Rumble's damage in the early game.
that's true.
It is possible. It is possible.
But then where do you put the Orianna? Do you send Orianna top with Poppy jungle or Poppy support?
I've seen so many different Orianna one tricks that it actually does work pretty well as a support. And I'm not sure if
And
Sharp Otter has played Orianna support, but it is a really strong support if Orianna does go down there.
it can be, but I'm fairly certain that Otter's pool is more on the tanky side of things than
True.
on anything like a an enchanter or just like a straight burst mage.
Yeah, very true, very true. But Malphite, Poppy, I would accept. I would assume that Malphite's gonna be a tank instead of um, an AP damage. So I don't really see the use for a third tank. But as we heard from last time around, they might just go a pure tanky frontline. And we do see the last picks coming out from MG Blaze is gonna be Kane and Draven. I do like these two. However, for 100 Waves, it's gonna be Twitch and Lulu, so they're gonna be going for the complete burst down from Twitch once he used spray and spray and pray, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
And that Lulu is just gonna do a lot more. So, as we said, a sorceress or an enchantress helping out a Twitch gonna do extra damage using that attack speed. Malphite Poppy soak up all the damage, and it does look like it's gonna be a Malphite jungle, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And for
Um,
MG, they're kind of running the Hundred Weaves style of gameplay.
yeah, it's essentially MG's comp. This game is a combination of Hunter Weeps' last two games, taking the bulk of the last game and then slapping the Draven on there from game one. So, I mean, both teams have a very solid comp. Although I think I would favor it more for uh, probably MG Blaze. I feel like they have a lot more beef and better ways to engage a lot easier. Whereas Hunter Weaves, I mean, they have Poppy for a huge disengage, and Malphite's really their hardest engage. But if that's Malphite jungle and he goes AP, if he gets ahead, then a Malphite ulting in at full AP, bringing the ball in with him for a shockwave to finish them off, that's going to be a bunch of bursts in like the span of 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to put a finger on who's gonna be or have the advantage this time around. As I always say, it's gonna be based off execution and not on team composition. As
Very
always,
true.
yeah, as always. Do we have any last points before we head into intermission?
Um, no, I think that pretty much covers it. It's going to be a very fun game, I think.
Yeah, as you heard it there, folks. This could potentially be the last game of the night, or if anything, what will 100 Weebs say about this game? As always, um, enjoy the intermission music, and we'll see you guys when we reach in game. See you guys then. Welcome back for game 3. As always, I've been your caster, Angelic Poro. Alongside me, I have Aderith Luna.
So this is going to be a really interesting game. I'm pretty sure that both teams just go for the 5-point here because neither teams really have the greatest invade option right now. But I don't know, man.
Oh,
I'm really
that's a lot of damage already. Oh,
you would think Puffin would seeing as how we know what Puffin can do on Rumble, you would think he would know to respect that early level 1 damage that can be put out.
yeah.
Kind of a yikes.
But I assume that he never expect Zara to be in that bush and to output the damage already. And
That's very possible. It's also kind of curious seeing the positioning of Hobo here. Do you think we're going to get a lane swap out of MGB and have Zara go top on the Rumble?
yeah, that is possible. Zara does have teleport, so
That's what it's looking like.
yeah. So, but I don't quite understand though, because Dirty Hole does have quite a good matchup into Malphite, but Zyra on Rumble just not really gonna be able to do too much damage against Ajax. Now Dirty Hobo already going aggressive. That's a lot of damage for being at level 1, and now Puffin is already extremely low. Oh
And
my
I think
God.
that just answered your question right there. He might have had a good if he might have had a good lane into the Malphite, but it looks like Hobo's got an even better lane into Orianna.
Yeah, this is surprising.
So yeah, it's I don't know, it's definitely, oh man, a lot more damage. Man, Hobo being super aggressive right now. He definitely doesn't want Puffin to get anything at all. He's just going ham on Puffin. So seems like Poro might have to step away for a moment, so it looks like it's just me, folks. I'm sorry. You have to deal with me. It's okay though.
Sorry,
We'll
someone just barged in. My apologies.
Oh, you're fine, Poro. Things happen.
Yeah, certainly. And now, yeah, Dirty Hobo just doing extremely a lot of damage. Puffin just barely missing the damage onto Dirty Hobo. And now Kappa Crusader's in the area, so it's gonna be a quite a hard escape for Dirty Hobo now. Oh, the engaged. Woo! Ooh, that's extremely close. Puffin getting extremely lower. And a flash W comes out from Kane.
Yeah, good counter gank by the Kane, but he might pay for it right here.
Oh my God! Just left, right, and center, a lot of damage. Now Dilly getting Zenith Blade on, but now Bubble Lift doing a lot more damage than what Dilly did in game 1.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's definitely gonna be an interesting bot lane. I definitely feel like while MG Blaze has the easier, like this right here could be extremely bad for them right now. That might have been way too early.
Yeah, maybe a game, maybe a couple minutes too early, but certainly it isn't the time for Dilly to take a trade. For right now, he really needs to wait until he gets either a Blade of the Ruined King or 3 items.
Possibly. I mean, the true damage in Twitch's kit can definitely be a factor.
Yeah, but it's not really enough to warrant Bubble Lift to run away, though. And now Captain Crusader on the backside, hits the minions, drags Bubble Lift out, and Kappa Crusader finds another one. 3-0 currently, and MG Dilly will find one onto Leona.
All right. We have a game, folks. We might have a series. We might be able to get to game 4. This is looking very strong for 100 Weep right now.
Yeah, just changing the way they play is already working out for them, and now Ajax is gonna be the one to swap over to the mid lane. and that's gonna be really, really good for them.
Yeah, I definitely. Oh no, Ajax gotta be careful here.
Oh boy, this is not good. Ugh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that
If
that is rough.
Yeah, if
Oh.
he was just able to get a little bit more damage on the Dirty Hobo, he probably would have been able to pick up that kill off of those turret shots. But might have been up a little too far without any vision there. Definitely gotta pay respect when MG Blaze does have that hand on their team.
Yeah, yeah, and if anything, MG now is really gonna have to respect 100 Weeps in this game. They're playing phenomenally this time around. Just after changing everything, they're really forcing MG to adapt to a playstyle that they're not really comfortable with. And I believe this is the first time in a while we see MG behind in the early game.
Well, currently they're up about 500 gold, so they've made up for any kind of deficiencies they had
Very true, very
with
true.
that mid lane gank.
Yeah, the first blood, but I believe it just overall is just really, really behind for individual laners to be behind at this moment. And we see at the mid lane, they're currently around 11 CS, 10 CS behind, somewhere around there. But really, that is a lot of a difference in gold in the mid lane, and unfortunately, we can already see that being in action with a blasting one, but a great dodge from coming from Dirty Hobo, stopping the engage from Poppy and Ajax X3 action. Now Dirty Hobo is gonna run back in. He is not afraid. He now has level 6, continuing to go on Ajax X3 action. And the ignite, and Dirty Hobo will run out and find one for himself. But Poppy is coming in. Puff in the top lane is gonna die here. Smite comes down, and that is a lot of damage once again. Kappa Crusader just doing a lot of action, and this time runs. CPAC trying to aim for his transformation, and the backside of his Q is able to get one out in the bot lane now. The ignite and flash comes through for both junk supports, and they're able to walk away with their own life.
Man, this game has got so much stuff going on. It is a lot to unpack. CPEC definitely needs to put more respect on the Poppy jungle, because it looked, if CPEC had ult there, he would have had it. But since they're both level 5 still, I mean, Poppy just barely was able to edge that out.
Right, and MG's already getting a little more aggressive. And it just looks like he's just going for farming. He really doesn't care about the Orianna at all. Now Kappa Crusader getting the speed up, going on straight on to Bubble Lift, but it's not enough. Unfortunately, this time around, they aren't able to find a single kill.
Yeah, and they definitely have to be careful, because CPEC is in the area to answer if he chooses to, but he's just going to back off and head towards his right, it looks like.
Right, and now Dirty Hobo getting a lot more damage off the Ajax than what Ajax did to him, but he's soon to have unstoppable, I mean, his ult back up very soon. This Dirty Hobo just doing a lot of damage, but Poppy finally getting this Cloud Drake, so that's what, 2 Cloud Drakes in a row, and unfortunately we're not going to be able to see Inferno Soul. Oh, this is really bad for Dirty Hobo, but Kappa Crusader is actually the one to turn on the Kane and finds an instant kill.
Yeah, I really like this play by 100 Weaves. The turn on the Kane was really good. Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh,
that was
boy.
beautiful by Kappa.
That is a lot of damage, man. I really don't know what MG has to change this time around.
Well, it's hilarious, because right now 100 Weaves is literally doing exactly what MG Blaze has done in the past 2 games.
Man, I don't know. Are they really gonna ruin their perfect records just to play how 100 Weaves is playing?
Well, it's not necessarily that they're playing how 100 Weaves is playing, in the past couple of games, you saw MG Blaze form up a death ball in mid lane at around, I'd say about 13 minutes, whereas 100 Weaves just did it at 10. They just ramped up the speed of the game by doing so.
Right, but at the same time, you really never saw 100 Weaves getting ahead this early on.
Well, that's true. They, I definitely think that they've solved a lot of their positioning issues so far. Because in previous games, you know, like in the bot lane would have already died a couple times from bad positioning, whereas this time they've played much safer and have been able to answer a lot more.
Dirty Hobo getting a lot of damage here, using the Sheen to his advantage. And we already see that coming in use against Puffin now. He's got to be forced to chug the corrupting potion, but as you can see there, it wasn't enough. And now Dilly is alone here. Solar Flare, it just doesn't happen. It just does not connect.
Definitely a very good flash by Dilly. And I mean, that's just a bunch of free plates for 100 Weaves in the mid lane.
This can be a little dangerous for Zyra here. Oh, that's a lot of damage. The C-Pack in the back line. Oh, the tower shot just before she flashes away. And Unstoppable Force comes through. C-Pack. Oh, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of healing. Will he be able to escape the slow, the 90% slow? And he is able to escape the flash coming out from Dirty Hobo to keep C-Pack alive. Now, ever in the bot lane, Dilly is now getting even lower and lower. And 439 gold comes through for Bubble, and Capra Crusader is not going to do a lot against them. And
the rift steal from CPEC there, like, oh man, just like within a couple of minutes, MG Blaze just like completely flipped it.
Yeah, as you can really tell that MG Blaze really has the lockdown of what they need to accomplish. Like, they have like a bullet point somewhere. And now they're gonna be trying to go for this first tower. If not, a couple plates at most. Uh-oh, this is bad. Ajax is in already, but his team is not reacting quick enough. Slow and slow, but the slow won't be enough. However, Equalizer comes through. Ajax getting extremely low now. Zyra will be the first one to find a kill in the top lane. Even after all that chasing, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, the 100 Weaves, they had no reason to chase that. Ajax didn't have Unstoppable Force up, so there was no point in even trying to. I mean, Orianna, I believe she did have... No, her shockwave's down too. So I'm not sure if it was up for that fight or if she just used it, like, towards the end of that to get a little bit of damage off. But I mean, without having the Malphite ult available, there was no point in chasing that.
Right. But the Polymorph, now Jax is just barely able to get out of that sticky situation now. Puffin, unfortunately, is gonna have his gears grinded, but Zyra is actually the one to get inflamed in his own flames.
Yeah, Puffin just barely able to get out of there. Puffin didn't have enough mana to give himself a shield.
What the steal! Now Sipag just barely gets out, and now Wardbox is in a terrible situation. Now everyone is coming through. Now it looks like Wardbox might be sacrificing his own life just for the others to get away here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Malphite ult there was absolutely necessary, but at this point, if you're 100 Weaves, a kill's a kill. You do what you can, and you take what you can, give nothing back.
Right, yeah. Just so much action. Maybe not necessary, but just definitely trying to get their gold lead back in order. Oh, but the equalizer, Sharp Otter falls to the third shot. Ajax, will he be able to survive? No, he would not. The double kill comes out for Rumble. And everything just negates. However, in the middle lane again, Puffin getting lower ignite. The Nimbus Cult comes through and deals so much damage. And
okay, I retract what I just said. Now 100 Weaves is playing take what you can, give everything back. Because they didn't have to dive that under turret. They could have just all swapped onto the turret, got the turret, and then cleaned up kills or get out. Instead, they're like, what? Go dive? Okay, sure, we'll do that. And most of them die.
I mean,
work.
I mean, at least Dilly cut his losses before that happened. So I guess that was good enough. Uh-oh, Kappa Crusader using his W, good enough, but how much will it be? The Solar Flare will come through, and now Malphite will be the one to face check the 4 of them, but nobody goes down quite yet. And now both sides retreat to the safety of their own sides.
It was, it definitely looked a little hairy there for 100 Weeps, but, definitely good play to be able to force that off.
Yeah, both teams are getting a little too antsy here. If Warbox has waited a couple of more seconds, would have been really good. But yeah, I assume they're just trying to close this game out as fast as possible, so they have enough time to do what they want. After the series.
That could be possible. I mean, they could have asked, you know, the other team, like, they could have come to an agreement to make it a 3-0, a series of 3. But as far as I'm aware, no one reached out to anyone.
The Flash, Solar Eclipse. Oh, the Warbox getting even lower. Puffin will be the one to actually find it. Now Ajax is gonna have to unstoppable force out of there, just barely surviving. Now in the mid lane, they're gonna be pushing it. Kappa Crusader, Sharp Otter, and Puffin now in the mid lane.
And they got to be careful though, because they don't have any vision where CPAC is. So, you know, they don't have as much vision as they need to be to safely push anything out, really.
Oh, but Zyra actually doesn't back here now. Zyra forces to use Flash here, and he actually escapes surprisingly.
It was a good try by Puffin to get the kill there. He probably should have shockwaved as soon as he tossed the ball out.
Oh no. Equalizer. Puffin getting melted will be grinded into ingots of iron. Yes, he will. And he will be melted down just to be resold later on. However, bottom lane, Ajax, Dirty Hobo, both of them doing quite a bit of damage, but actually Dirty Hobo is gonna do way more than he expected. But he won't be able to find the kill. The ignite just wasn't enough, and now Dilly's in a situation. Creepy crawly, seek and pray. He's jumping in, but he wasn't quick enough.
Yeah, it was definitely a little bit greedy by Hobo there. Dilly's got to be careful though, because he doesn't have any vision there, so he might get caught out by Xayah or Zyra.
Oh, he's gonna walk into it. Dilly, faster. You better run there faster. And he's able to get out, but at the cost of using everything he owns.
Yeah, I mean, he could have tossed the flash there first instead of just trying to face check for the ward.
That's a lot of knockups now. Oh my god, Malphite and Poppy ult, but it seems it wasn't enough. Zyra's just doing a lot of more damage, but now Dilly is actually, oh my god, the 100 Weaves just turns online and just melts everybody after that single-handed burst. Now Jax is running through, dealing a lot more damage, but actually Dirty Hobo is unable to escape, and he will be hit down to death by the Jingle Bell.
Yeah, that at the end of the day, that was a beautiful turn by 100 Weaves. If there's a team that definitely benefits from funneling in the jungle right now, it's definitely 100 Weaves with the Lulu Malphite ult combo into the Shockwave from Orianna. And then, I mean, you have Twitch at the back line just popping off with his ult from safety. I mean, it's just free damage.
I mean,
Very good play by 100 Weaves.
really can't complain. They are playing much better as the series goes on. It's like every time they're playing, they're evolving as a new set of weebs.
Ah, indeed. They still have to be a lot more careful, though. I mean, they're starting to win fights, and that is good. However, I feel like if they just give up one more fight, if one more fight goes bad for them, that could be the game ender for them.
Yeah, just one more fight. If it goes wrong, the entire cookie could crumble. Dirty Hobo,
Like
not
right
quite.
here.
Yeah, it's not really respecting the vision that they don't have. They could literally just be sitting anywhere, and they just don't respect it at all.
Yeah, it's just like the amount of vision that MG Blaze has over 100 Weaves is paramount at this point.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Dilly does have that Hurricane, so if he were to try something, he would output a lot of damage, but probably at the cost of his own life. And now we see, as the tick goes lower, the smite, and they are able to secure it. But however, Ajax goes in instantly. Sharp Otter forced to use Hugify on herself, and now Dilly will be the one to fall. Soonly, it will be Sharp Otter. The League of Draven does cash out, and Bubblet is massive once again. Scissor Peck getting knocked up onto Puffin. Shockwave, two of them gets Shockwave, but it's not enough to keep Puffin alive.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that was a decent attempt by 100 Weaves, but they didn't have people where they needed them to be. Puffin, he was over, by top lane instead of being with his team.
I'm not too sure how much that would help, but soon hereafter, they're just gonna come back, run it down, use the Herald if they can, or they just retreat and wait for the perfect opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, like, if Puffin had been with his team, because he did have ult at that point, he could have popped off the Shockwave, and Billy could have just went ham. And he was putting out a lot of damage, but since he didn't have a front line with him to stop any kind of engage onto him, he wasn't able to maintain that damage.
Right. Oh my god. Just as we look at the gold between every lane, just top lane is enormous. Same with the jungle, but interestingly enough, the only position that is up in gold for 100 Weaves is the support. Which
Yeah, Otter's definitely put in a lot of work, being in 13 of the 20 kills for his team.
yeah, that's very good, but how much is it actually helping though? Since they aren't quite ahead and they're still down what, like 12k down. It's or like something like that. I can't really tell right now.
It's about 8k. And again, it's just right now. It's just coming up to positioning.
Yeah,
Because we've seen when 100 Weaves is in good positioning, they dominate fights, hands down. Like,
Yeah.
we've seen them pull out some nasty good team fights.
yeah, but
But
it really hurts
if there's-
now.
well, yeah, because like the last couple of fights, they've been split up. They haven't been a cohesive unit, and that's been their downfall.
True. And Zara and Toppling getting Shockwave, the equalizer, Puffin getting lower. There's knockup wasn't enough, and Puffin actually lives there somehow.
Yeah, it's very good by the rest of 100 Weaves to help keep Puffin alive and get the kill on Zyra, get that shutdown.
And now they're gonna be looking after this Drake, but little did they know that MG is actually set up here. And closer to come. Oh, a little greedy coming out from Ward Box, going in a low too early, and they're not gonna be quite able to find it. Dirty Hobo is gonna jump in instantly, trying to find Puffin. Ajax actually flashes in and goes back. However, the Kane actually secures 1 kill. Dirty Hobo still fighting. And TP does come in for, I believe it's Zyra. Dirty Hobo doesn't quite get the kill. And he's still fighting after all this time. Now Captain Crusader is here to secure it all.
Man, this game is just crazy right now.
Man, just one swap, it just really hurts them all. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. And that's a bigger heal. CPEC just healing a lot, just Poppy not able to quite kill CPEC here. And now Ajax, lower and lower, gets 1 more kill. Dilly, this is the time to go big. It's time to go hard. Seek and pray. Fire! And that's gonna be a double kill and 1 for Puffin.
Yeah, definitely good play of 100 Weeps to keep them off the inhib. If now's the time to get anything done, it's time. It is definitely time. Like, right now, they don't need to be chasing this Kane. They just need to push, get gold, and get items to get caught up.
Yeah, just push every lane out. That's basically all you need to do right now. No objectives are coming up that fast. Baron is still at, like, what, 45 seconds. So I don't know why they're at the blue side right now. Maybe just clear the jungle, that's it, but the minions are still crashing in, so they're going to push minions somehow. And due to Jelly not being there to clear the minions, Puffin has to use all of his mana just to clear it out.
Right, but I mean, it doesn't really hurt Puffin too much, because Puffin does need the gold as well.
True.
And at this point, if 100 Weeps is going to win a fight, they're going to win a fight by engaging onto MG Blaze when they're not expecting. For example, if MG Blaze goes onto Baron, like they are now,
they're already looking for it.
And I mean, if Dilly's able to get into the back line and just shred, then I mean that would definitely turn the fight
unstoppable now. However, if anything, that's a big shockwave, but Dilly's just not able to get in there at all. The range will make up for the fact, but he's still gonna have to run in. He's gonna have to seek his prey. And now Dilly's actually getting back on track. He's actually turning the team fights all around, but CPEC is it's a 4-on-2 this time around.
But Dilly's gotta be careful, he's tanking turret.
Oh, the polymorph. Oh, but he's unable to get his ult. And now everything has crumbled for MG. And now the only ones standing between all of them is Jax and Jaraven. Dirty Hobo and Bubble Lift.
And that's exactly the kind of fight that I was talking about. MG Blaze, they were not prepared for that at all. They did get a gorgeous solar flare off from Wardbox, but he wasn't able to hit Dilly because Dilly was smart and stayed off to the side and waited for the solar flare to come down first.
Right,
that's a huge turnaround.
Right, but again, they're going back after this Baron once again. And Puffin, having no mana, is really not able to do anything. Captain Crusader slowing him. But you gotta remember, there's no wards on that pit. That's a pink ward, so they don't know what's going on. This could be really bad. Ajax missing the unstoppable force, but all this time they're just delaying the fact that MG is actually getting the Baron through all of that.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I don't understand that play at all. It's like, yeah, there might be a pink board onto the Baron pit, but you can still see if the animations are happening in the fog floor. So, I mean, if you see that, hey, they're on Baron, then someone needs to go try to deal with that, especially because CPEC wasn't there yet. He barely just got there towards the end of that fight against the Baron.
Right, it's just you barely if you don't look over there, you're just never gonna know, and sometimes you just have to check over there. Captain Crazer going in, oh, but everything comes falling down. Dirty Hobo going massive. CPEC, now that's the combo that they wanted to see here this time around, and they might just look for the win.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, Hobo was just able to hop in and get the stun on Dilly Dilly in the middle of that equalizer, and Dilly just got erased.
Yeah.
And with respawn timers being this long, I'm not sure if Hunter Weeds can come back.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very tight one. But god damn, MG Blaze just what a roller coaster of a game, and I believe they keep their perfect record intact. And yeah, congratulations to MG. They make it up to, I believe it's the finals, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they make it to finals.
Next week. Yeah, congratulations on the 3-0 sweep. Well played.
Yeah, and as we quickly check the damage charts, actually, Zyro doing the most damage in the game once again.
Yeah, it's definitely not surprising this time with him being on the Rumble, dropping a lot of beautiful equalizers in that game. There were so many times where he hit 3 or more people with those equalizers that it was nasty.
Right, and I believe that we have an interview with, I believe is MG Zyra and Dirty Hobo. Should we head over there?
That sounds like a plan, my friend.
Alright, let's head over there and we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty.
No.
Welcome back. This time we're gonna be in the room with MG Zyra and Dirty Hobo. Congratulations on your series win this time around, and you still maintain your perfect record of not dropping a single game. How do you guys feel? I believe you guys don't have the permissions for it. Let me quickly change that. You guys should be able to talk now. Pardon us. Let's see. Give us a sec.
Oh, wait a minute. Hobo, are you with us?
Alright, let me try changing their...
You guys have to use push to talk in order to be enabled.
I can hear
there,
you.
just changed it. There we go.
Hello.
But yeah, how do you guys feel after all of that?
I mean, I feel great. I don't know what else to say.
I feel pretty good. I feel like I just did really well. I'm very happy in my team. I'm very proud of you guys for allowing me to do what I'm allowed to do.
I hear you, but Man, it really took away the rumble away from Puffin. Was that intentional, or is
Yeah,
that?
that if you focus at the draft, did you see 100 Weeb's game 2 draft?
Yeah,
And then did you see our
yeah.
game 3 draft?
yeah, I definitely pointed out that your game 3 draft was the combination of their game 1 and 2 draft.
It was a little similar.
Just
I mean-
a little bit.
Man, you really
Close
did it
enough.
to him there. Man,
Yeah,
But honestly, huge shout out to Hunter Vault for Game 3 draft. It was out.
all right. But yeah, congratulations once again, taking all 3 games in a clean sweep. Do we have anything to say from random meeting casters before we head off here?
Congrats. You guys are still undefeated as of right now throughout the entire spring split. Haven't dropped a single game.
facts. We out here.
And I
MG too
Ka-chow.
strong.
yeah. Yeah, once again, I believe you're the only team that hasn't lost to any teams, and playing a varies of style of gameplay, which is quite and not an easy feat to achieve, but a spectacular one indeed.
Yeah, so usually what we have happen is we usually mute our ADC and let our support talk because he gets really annoying in voice. So we don't
Sure,
have comms
sure.
with our ADC most of the time.
Yep.
I see. So was that just purely all ward boxes drafting there?
Yeah.
Man,
Pretty much,
okay.
Wardbox controls the bot lane because we can't listen to our ADC talk.
Man, that is
Yes.
a first. That is a
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the same. It works really well.
Yeah, it's definitely not a bad idea. It helps keep comms a lot more clear.
Yeah, it does help, especially most of the time ADC is pretty useless anyways, so most of the time it is beneficial to just have our support talk.
I see. I see.
So I recommend to any of the teams that are out there that if you guys don't have a perfect record, you just mute your ADC.
Oh, that really stings there since ADC, but I really can't complain after your performance to this date are still. I mean, if you,
Yeah, we usually. I'm just honestly super happy with our team being able to perform the way we do, and I'm super grateful for everyone.
right, and there's one thing before we end this off here. There's one thing I want to ask. Amongst all of the teams, what team was the hardest to play against?
The hardest team to play against.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really pay attention to the teams we're playing against. I just accept the invite.
True.
Heard it here,
Let's see.
folks.
Yeah, you heard it here. They really don't care about the teams, and
No, I didn't say that. It's not that I don't care. Out of context, I feel like Trump.
We really
Okay.
mess with Turbo.
no, they just
We mess with Turbo every
okay.
Friday, 15 minutes before the game, and tell them to get on.
This is it.
He
I
just
don't even
shows
know
up.
if I'm playing or not. They're like, hey, can you play? Sure.
All right. You heard
Every
it
team
there.
is equal.
Thanks for the interview, guys. I appreciate it.
All right,
Not a problem.
thank you guys for dropping in here and doing the interview. And for now, as we head into the finals, we're gonna be ending things off here. If I remember correctly, is there still a game going on in the other stream?
Raw Rampage is still playing against Shadow Keepers. Now they're going for Game 3, and Shadow Keeper is doing well in Game 3 right now. So if you guys want to head on over after this to the second stream, Coalition_League, the game is being shown. It won't be casted, but you can at least follow the other semi-final game.
As you heard it there, folks. Just head to coalition_league to see those games. And for now, for this stream at least, we're gonna be signing things off here.
Bye.
Yes, you're there. We're signing off, and we'll see you guys next time when finals happens.